Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody's doing good today. It's Tuesday, June 24th. Currently it is 76 degrees. High today is going to be 96. And it's humid as all get out. 100% chance of rain sometime of the day. It'll probably turn to steam, you know. Winds at 1 mile per hour right now. Okay, today there will be an Ask My Tablet. Y'all send in the questions, and we got an Ask My Tablet. So definitely check that out. Get you some brainer size going on, and you'll laugh, and who knows? You never know what she's going to say. That's Alexa. Okay, so question today. Question is, can I see it? I wrote so small. What is your favorite brand of coffee or morning beverage? Because I noticed, with all y'all's replies or comments, on when I asked what you drank in the morning, a lot of you drink, other things, tea, even though it is like a coffee drink, cappuccino, or a cold, maybe an iced coffee or something like that. And there was a bunch of different things, juice, different types of juices and stuff. And so, what's your favorite brand? Whatever it is you drink in the morning, what's your favorite brand? And that'll give others a chance to maybe check it out too. If you like it, they figure they might like it too. So we'll see. And I'm enjoying the questions so far. I used to do this all the time. As a matter of fact, I would have to look, but I probably did the question thing for, I don't know, close to a year. And everybody, enjoyed it back then. I've done so many different things you wouldn't believe. I mean, a bunch of different things on Morning Coffee Break. So that's your question today. And what's for dinner? I think we're going to try, I hadn't asked Joy, but Logan and I were talking about it. We'd like to try that hot honey boneless chicken wings or whatever it was. I think it's boneless chicken wings, hot honey. We've never tried that kind. And probably some steak fries. I don't know what else, if anything else. But that we've been wanting to try that, so we think we'll try that. Unless it's so hot, now it's going to be 96. I don't know if I'm going to even want to use the oven. We're just going to play it by ear and see how it goes. I would have everything in the oven though, the fries and the wings. But you wouldn't believe how more hot it gets. I mean, the thermostat's right there in the hall, and it's warmer. Whatever the temperature is, it's warmer when you got all this going on, like the stove or oven or both. Or the crock pot though doesn't do that bad. I was talking about, I made that cowboy stew, if you want to see it in the shorts, and just made it up out of my head. And it didn't get that hot in here with the crock pot. So that's what I'm thinking about. I might start using the crock pot more. Put it in there when I get up, when it's not as hot, and just do it right away. Let it cook all day, and then I won't have to stand over the stove or have something in the oven, later at night. And I think that will work good. It did on yesterday when I made that. Okay. All right, let's see what jokes are like today. Your veterinarian won't tell you this, but if your dog is running a fever, go to the store and buy some mustard. It's the best thing for a hot dog. Having been married 10 years and still living in an apartment, the wife would often complain about anything, as she was tired of saving every penny to buy a dream home. Trying to placate her, the husband found a new apartment within their budget. However, after the first week, she began complaining again. Joel, she said, I don't like this place at all. There are no curtains in the bathroom. The neighbors can see me every time I take a bath. Don't worry, replied her husband. If the neighbors do see you, they'll buy curtains. Hey, hey, that was cold. And our thought of the day is from Steve Martin, a hilarious guy. Thankfully, perseverance is a great substitute for talent. And that reminds me of the movie The Jerk. Remember? One of his first ones, I think. That was funny. Somebody's trying to shoot these oil cans. Or something. There's like 55-gallon drums, and some guy was trying to shoot him with a, rifle, a scope and stuff. And he kept missing and hitting those drums. Somebody hates these cans. Somebody's trying to shoot these cans. That was good. Okay, let me see. What was it? Which one was it I won? I think it was this one here for trivia time. Okay, let's see if we can get it going here. Take quiz. All right, a fortnight equals how many weeks? 3, 4, 2, 1.5. What is a fortnight? I'm not for sure about this, but I'm gonna go with 1.5. No, it's 2 weeks. I didn't see. It doesn't sound like. How would you know? I mean, by the name or anything. A fortnight is a unit of time equal to 14 days. The word derives from the Old English term "Fortean night," meaning 14 night. Okay. Remind me not to use that word. How many? I'm going to my doctor appointment in a fortnight. Okay. How many minutes are in 2 hours? 60, 90, 120, 200. I say 120, and that's right. In which time zone is the state of New York located? Pacific time zone, Central time zone, Eastern time zone, Mountain time zone. Well, really, I'm trying to think, New York is really straight up from us, basically. So that would make it Eastern. Yes, Eastern time zone. How many weeks does a year have? 42, 52, 62, 72. Might seem like more or seem like less. Might seem like less. It goes by so fast. But it's 52 weeks. Right? That's right. What do you call the distance that light travels in a year? Parsec, light year, mile, kilometer. Well, they could do something to make this. If it's the obvious, I'm going to say light year. Right, that they're making it a little too easy on one like that. Come on. They're asking what light travels in a year, light year. Okay. A golden anniversary represents how many years? 30, 40, 50, 20. So, I think it's 50, and 2 more years we'll be there. It was 48 this year. Yep, 48. 2 more years we'll be at the golden anniversary. Okay. Which ancient invention helped people tell time by using shadows? Hourglass, compass, sundial, abacus. Okay. It is 4:45. It would be a sundial, make shadows. Have you ever tried doing that? It seemed like I had a, I don't know if it was for what is it? Cub Scouts? Might have been for Cub Scouts. I had this book. I had to do all these things to get badge. I had to would get a badge for each one when I completed it. You had to have your parents sign it. My dad was actually pretty strict about it. I mean, he'd be like, okay, sign this, Dad. I did this. He'd be like, okay, show me. You know, he wouldn't be just like, okay, here you go, thanks. You know, he'd be like, okay, what'd you do? Show me, you know. So, I didn't get to cheat at all. Okay, yeah. Sundial. How many days in total are there in January? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I think this says 28, 30, 28, 29, 30, 31. I think it's 31. That's right. Next question. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. A stitch in time saves how many later? 9, 11, 2, 7. I think it's a stitch in time saves 9. Right. The popular saying states that a stitch in time saves 9. The stitch in time is simply the prompt sewing up of a small hole or tear in a piece of material, so saving the need for more stitching at a later date when the hole becomes larger. Okay. Which calendar allows you to count down the days to Christmas, Carnival, Lent, Advent, Halloween? And we got one of these, it was a couple years ago for Kitty, and she just loved it. It had little kitty treats in it for each of the days and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that was an Advent calendar. Yes, an Advent calendar is used to count the days of Advent and participation of Christmas. I got 9 right today and 1 wrong. I enjoyed these. Some of them were kind of silly, the way they had them. It was so easy to figure out, you know, what was the right answer. But we're here to have fun. We had fun, I hope. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this trivia time and morning coffee break. And also the question. Don't forget the question. Put your answer in the comment section. But appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great morning and a great day. Definitely check out Ask My Tablet later on today. You'll be glad you did. It's fun. Bye, everyone, and God bless.